I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat raw vegan for 22 days. What's up, beautiful people? Today we're talking about why I'm going to go raw vegan for 22 days. I'm gonna eat raw vegan for 22 days. Why? Alright, well first, I'll let you know about my story with raw veganism. My story goes like this. I went vegan 2 years ago. Now, we're not necessarily going to be talking about my story into veganism today in this video, but we are going to be talking about eating those organic fruits and veggies, if you feel me. So, I went raw vegan twice before in the past. I went one time for 33 days and another time for 32 days. Both times I felt absolutely amazing. I felt wonderful, super duper vibrant. Now, there is some things that one must consider though if they're going to go raw vegan. Firstly, you do have to have a very good source of protein. And yes, protein is overhyped. Don't get me, trust me, I know all about that. But you do have to make sure that you're getting the right nutrition, if you feel me. So do your research. I have done plenty of research upon my journey, as to refine my body and find what is the most fuel efficient energy to run for this vessel, if you hear me, this car. So, how it works is like this here. I went raw vegan twice, and each time it was a very different experience. Now, I have not committed myself to being fully raw vegan, and why is that? Okay, well first, when I went raw vegan for a month, I felt many things, I felt all those detox symptoms. See, the first time I went raw vegan, I had huge cysts come out on my back, like 3 of them. It was crazy. It was like my entire body, I felt like crap for about 2-3 weeks, and then after that I was like, poof, that last week I was vibrant, doing great. But now I will say one thing though, I seen cooked food again, and I was like, honestly, I miss the taste of cooked food. So I ate it. And so that's why I stopped being raw vegan the first time. The second time, this was just recently, I went raw vegan, and how I felt about it, I was living in a house in Hawaii, I was house sitting, as many of you may know. I was house sitting in Hawaii with some really great people, and they were cooking vegan meals all the time. Alright, so the thing is, when it comes to raw veganism, when you say that, that means you can't have anything cooked. And again, there's different levels of dogmatism and all that, and so that's one thing I want to get into as well. Like, for me, I can't put myself in a specific box and just be like, I'm raw vegan. Because I like soups, and I don't think there's anything wrong with soups. They feel great, my body loves it, a nice hearty soup full of great stuff, that's what's up. If a meal is prepared with, the highest quality of energy and love, that's actually gonna have more, even if it's cooked, that meal, if that's prepared with love and vibrancy, that might have more energy in it than an apple that someone picked off a tree, threw on the ground, then put in a bag and bring to the market. You hear what I'm saying? It's all about the intention within the food, because that translates into the food, how it's prepared. So, this is where it comes to me with raw veganism. I went raw vegan twice, like I said. The second time, I felt like I was restraining myself because there was all this wonderful food that was prepared from the heart. You feel me? And so I quit and I started to eat that again. I'm refining my diet. So I just cooked, I cut out rice and beans myself. That's just because, I was sitting down and having bowls of rice and beans, and that was fine with me for a while. And I also used to have bread and peanut butter and stuff like that. But I cut out pretty much all grains from my diet. So let's go take a look at my fridge right quick. What we got over here, we got these bananas. I'm not sure how dark it is, honestly, but we got bananas up here. We got some dates, cantaloupe. Now, see, in Canada, it's real expensive for superfoods like those cacao nibs, but I'm telling you, in those smoothies, whew, feels real good. Real good. Let's open up this fridge right here. Alright, in here we got some salad dressings. I normally like to make my own homemade salad dressings, honestly, but I've just been vibing with it right now. So we got some organic greens in here. What else we got in here? We got
Some organic blueberries, man. It's like, what is it, like 10 p.m. right now? Got me getting hungry just looking at this. We got some organic blueberries right here. We got some strawberries. I like to get some sprouts down there. You know, this is a little treat. Got some dark chocolate almond milk. That's actually a really good source of B12. You'd be surprised. And I got my organic cucumber and my tomatoes for my salad. We got a little bit of miso up here, you know. And then we got some grapes. We got some organic applesauce, which is interesting. I'm not sure really what I feel about that. You know, it's been alright, but... And then we also got some kombucha, because that stuff is just vibrant, honestly. I'm excited to start making my own. That's like what I'm transitioning into now, is like, you know, starting to make my own products of the things I love, like sauerkraut. And when I went to Hawaii, man, like sauerkraut and fermented foods just in general are just amazing and super beneficial for your body. So that's what's up. This is my fridge.
So the next thing to talk about would be what has sparked me to go raw vegan this time. Well, my thing is I was eating a little bit heavier than I normally would be, and that's just because that's just how it is. You know, that's something I actually faced. I recognized that within myself. I was like, whoa, like, man, I gotta eat lighter, you feel me? Because we're about to take flight. You can't, I don't want to be held down by all that heavy matter, you feel me? So we're eating lighter, and that's really what it's all about, and that's why we're going raw vegan again for 22 days. I just welcome everyone that's watching this right now to look at their lifestyle of how they eat food and try to eat lighter. Take a look at your health, take a look at your wealth, really, and invest in it. You know, invest in yourself. So, thank you once again for watching. I really truly do appreciate it. We in my room just chilling, vibing high. Wonderful night. About to flow into some yoga, some qigong, if you feel me. Come back to nature and free yourself. I love you.
Underneath the superficial self, which pays attention to this and that, there is another self, more really us than I. More really us than I.
Divinely aligned, mindful is here with the rhyme, precisely designed through many cycles of time, timelessly inside, so I dive, infinity I find, seek and find, full circle Fibonacci spiral like a 9, receiving lines from another timeline, mantras in my mind as I climb through my spine, cosmic consciousness, collapsing illusions, attracting solutions while merging in fusion, all knowing, not in confusion, unlock your mind, you go and use it, but don't abuse it, infuse it with the rhythm and vibe with the music.